The Coaches Show is brought to you by Highway 55, Burgers, Shakes, and Fries. The Professional Fence Company. Our name says it all. No job too big or too small. Nunboys.com. And GPS Photography and Video, GPSPhotoandVideo.com. What's happening, Hope? And welcome to the Coaches Show. I'm Glenn Young alongside Coach Tom Paris and my man Hal Nunn.
What's going on, Hope?
Take a second to remind you that the Coaches Show is brought to you by the Pro Fence Company. Their name says it all. No job too big or too small. Give them a call, 910-875-5912, or on the web, profence.com. And of course, Highway 55,
Whoa.
Burgers, shakes, and fries. We got a lot of specials. We got some people back there cooking. Everybody's here. How's everybody doing?
Up. Everybody doing good?
Everybody get down, man. It's game week.
It's game week again. Second game coming up.
All right, so, Coach, let's get right to it. Not a good start to the season. Tough opener against New Hanover. Let's talk the three faces. Talking offense first. 2 illegal procedures on the opening drive. Got called for 12 men on the field. 4 interceptions.
3 interceptions.
3 interceptions.
3 interceptions, 1 fumble.
1 fumble.
But 355
yeah, I mean,
yards total
355 total offense. Normally, you in a game like that, you win that.
Well, and that's the thing. You can't commit 4 turnovers against bad teams,
right,
and expect to have a good showing. And you turn the ball over 4 times against a good football team, it's tough, if not impossible.
Right. So you spend the time, beating yourself the first part of the game, and then you got to go beat the other team. Doesn't make it easy.
It didn't make it easy.
There were some bright spots. Jacob rushing, he did well, but it seemed like when Brandon Smith got hurt, everybody just went into a funk.
I think, and Brandon's a great player, and I think when that happened, I do believe it deflated us a little bit, simply because, our kids know how good Brandon is,
right,
and they know, they know.
He's a playmaker.
When it comes to him and the things that he can do, the diversity of our offense, if he's not on the field, reduces by 30 to 35%.
Well, he can put it on there. First of all, how is he and how's he doing?
He's doing better. No decision has been made yet, for the Jack Brick game.
Mm-hmm.
But he is doing better. He's working every day. He was doing some running today, a lot of inline stuff, very minimal cuts. His ankle is talking to him, but it's not screaming at him.
Well, that can happen, especially early on in the season. We're still on the offensive side, Glenn. What else?
KJ Thorpe, did you have a feel of, hey, maybe I should pull him? Or you was like, well, let's wait and see?
No, we felt like as the game progressed, we were looking for something good to happen. I think KJ is 2 or 3 good plays, good reads. He struggled. The interceptions, 2 were just, they just weren't very good reads.
Right.
He knows it, and he's worked very hard.
The one that resulted in the sack fumble.
He's worked very hard, and then the fumble. Here again, had the read been correct, that play would have probably not turned out like that. But it's a growing process, and it doesn't matter which quarterback you got. They're both they're both sophomores. And we love them both, and both of them do certain things very well. But we got to develop them. We got to be patient in that development.
So at no point did you feel like maybe I should pull him?
No.
Now, last point. Our receivers, I understand about Brandon Smith, but, man, that's the 4x1, 4x2 team out there.
They're fast,
and he overthrew them. Those guys got to go get it. I mean, was it a thing of them? A lot of it was the first time them playing football as well. So.
Well, we had some route spacing issues, not just initially in the set. We had some set spacing issues, but we had some spacing issues in the progression of the routes. And we've worked very hard to address those things. And, it's going to be interesting to see if the address has taken or if we're going to slip back into, an anxious mental funk again. And hopefully, I think, the address, it looked good today.
Okay. Defense side?
The offense, you do want to give kudos. 355 yards rushing, 26 points, I believe it was. So they were able to put up numbers. Now let's talk a little bit of a defense. The two defensive players that really stood out in my mind were Quinn Maynard and Michael Schifo.
Wow.
Schifo really impressed me on some of those plays he made and some of the hits. Quinn Maynard, just like his brother, was laying some wood out there.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about those two fellas.
Quinn had 22 tackles.
Wow.
He had a sack, and
The diving interception.
and Schifo had that diving interception.
Okay.
Schifo had the diving interception, but Quinn, just like you said, like his brother, he plays like a heat-seeking missile, and he's one of those rare players who thrives on the collision piece. I tell people all the time, football's not a contact sport; it's a collision sport. Dancing's a contact sport.
He lit the tight end up on the goal line. I know that.
Well, he also lit the quarterback up on a blitz down there from the safety side. However, on one of the special teams plays, he got a little frisky with the kicker there.
Well, his angle was bad. We worked punt block very aggressively, and we had their punter landmarked at 9 yards, and
he went a little wide.
He kind of abandoned his landmark.
Right.
Well, you could tell he didn't mean to do it. He got up and he just knew right away he made a mistake and he just walked off. But he definitely zeroed in on that kicker. The other thing I wanted to talk about defensively was, you mentioned the spacing on our offense and plays like that. Defensive spacing, they got a lot of action in the middle.
They did.
I understand you might be doing something to work on that this week. Talk about that spacing on defense.
Our linebacker drops were not fluid, especially versus 3-by-1 sets. We worked very hard to make our backside linebacker understand that if he is to the one receiver side, there's no hole threat from that side.
Okay.
There's no hole threat. The coverage dynamic.
That's it.
Well, but there's nothing coming in that hole from that side. The hole threat's going to come from the multiple receiver side. And so with that, the play side linebacker or the strong side linebacker, he's got to take more of a flat drop, get underneath the slant, and the weak side linebacker's got to be more of a middle hole guy. Okay. But when we vacate that middle hole to take away hook, curl, slant to a one receiver side, there's nobody in the middle hole. And
you're tweaking that this week.
Well, and I tip my hat to Earl. He saw it, and if I'd have seen it, I'd have taken advantage of it too. But what do? We coach them on the run, coach them on the run, especially in the game, make adjustments at halftime. And while there were spots where we did well, we continued in an attempt purely just to make plays. We'd lose focus a little bit and we would drift a little too far, and it opened up alleys that we can't cover.
One last defensive point, and I think Glenn's going to talk about special teams, and we'll take a break. I can't remember names. I haven't got them all down pat yet. The radio man's messing up. Number 70, 71, and 17 on the fumble off the kickoff in the second half. If you can help me remember their names.
17 is James Galvin.
He made a perfect punch out on that play there. Speak a little bit about special teams, and then Glenn can get into some of the stuff with special.
On our kickoff coverage, we're tending to over pursue a little bit. We're not keeping a leverage attitude on 2/3 of the field.
Right.
We're bailing a little too soon on our coverage lane. We're converging too quickly, and in some situations, we're literally breaking down way too soon and taking a pursuit angle that the ball carrier hasn't really dictated that we do yet. So, and again, that's anxiousness and inexperience and just kids trying to make plays. And we worked hard on everything this week.
Yeah.
Okay. Glenn,
Coach,
special teams.
Special teams. That's the third phase of everybody. The three phases we always talk about. Coach, we went for 2 every time. Do we have a kicker?
Are we going to do this?
Right now, right now we don't.
Right.
Right now we do not.
Wow.
We're working 3 different kids, but we you know, their confidence level is not what it needs to be simply because they're not experiencing the success in practice that builds that confidence.
Right.
And so with that, you know, you can look at it one of two ways.
Right.
Do you want to be 50-50 on 1 point after touchdown, or do you want to take a chance on being 50-50 on 2 points after?
And with Jacob Rushing and the running backs that you have, we should be able to convert, and we did. We did.
You know, and if we can't get 3 yards,
Doesn't say too much.
Sounds like old Chicago Bears.
and you know, you relate it back to our offensive output and the success that we did have when we didn't turn the ball over. I mean, we lined up to punt twice.
Yeah.
We lined up to punt twice the whole game, and you negate those turnovers. You take the 21 points away that they got off of 3 of them, and you can't tell me that we're not going to score at least 2 more times out of the 4 possessions that we forfeited due to the turnover.
And speaking of which, the third quarter, it was like, okay, momentum change. Here come the Bucks. We got it locked in. And I got to tell you, the coaches up there were like, okay, they got to drive. We got to match their momentum. I mean, we were on our way back, and it was looking good. I mean, we had two scores within 2-minute periods. So it was great.
And we get a turnover in that situation, but then we turn around and turn the ball back over.
Right.
And, you know, so just drive killers. Just, you know, drive killers, momentum killers.
Well, tough opening week, Coach. We're going to take a break. We will be right back. Who are you ladies from?
Southview.
Southview soccer team. Girls soccer team?
Tennis.
Oh, my fault. Tennis. Okay, don't beat me up. Well, okay. So we got the Southview tennis team. Is it y'all win tonight? Oh, get out. Hey, we'll be right back. We're talking Jack Britt coming up this week. Once again, the Coaches Show is brought to you by Pro Fence Company, professional fence company. Find them on the web at profence.com. No job too big or too small. They can do it all. Give them a call, 910-875-5912. And, of course, Highway 55, burgers, shakes, and fries. We'll be right back.